Might be bombs. Might be the bow and arrow. What do you think we're gonna get to see tonight, JP?
I think I'm gonna predict the bow, because I like to sing the bow early because it really opens up possibilities.
And here we go. I like the bow too.
Oh, we've got some bombs.
That'll be very helpful when trying to get to the back of escape at the end if we don't get more right here from the uncle.
Yeah, let's see how this begins. I'm really curious to see what they get. A lot of these races too, we've seen racers get multiple weapons in the escape sequence.
Oh, and it is 10 bombs.
So it kind of made that first chest a little useless.
Now, some people will say this is the hardest start. Well, just bombs for days, everybody.
So yeah, as you're saying, this can be one of the hardest ones because it takes a lot of practice to get this right. Oh, we get an early map check from Swerb. I think I saw red crystals at Terra and Eastern, and then the green pendant at Desert.
That's what I saw, yes. That's a pretty loaded light world, all things considered.
But yeah, with the bombs, you need at least 6 bombs to kill everything on your route here. So you've got to be very efficient with them. And with how the guards react, it can be tough to position your bombs properly.
We see Swerb hitting one. And then the second, right through the first room.
Yeah, Emerald's trying to use the statue to position, and it looks like he's got it now.
Sometimes that blue guard doesn't want to cooperate.
Now, one thing was added to the randomizer a little later after version 29 came out, is that if the runners do run out of bombs, there are some save points, basically, they can use to refill their bombs a little bit.
Yes. If you get to Zelda, then you can respawn at the cell. At this point, if you die, you would respawn... What, with the uncle?
I think you'd respawn at the entrance to Hyrule Castle.
Okay. And then if you make it into the sewers, you start at the thing you push. What is the word? The mantle.
Yeah. It looks like Emerald's got to be a little careful. He's down to 2 bombs already.
Swerb going with the pot strats there on the ball and chain guard. Getting a map for his troubles. Also a princess in tow.
Emerald's going to use the pot strats as well on this guard.
Makes it easy to save bombs. And as both runners are heading up towards the upper part of Hyrule Castle again, they have now one more rat to kill, and it's the hardest part of the bomb escape. Just the one little rat in the sewers running around in who knows what direction.
Yeah, that rat can be very tough to get. Almost sometimes it's better to just hold a bomb and run into him. Just take the damage.
Swerb coming up now on the mantle to push aside and unlock the save point.
By the way, while we're in the escape, I just want to pass along that Emerald and Swerve both have messages of, both have very uplifting messages in their bios. Emerald likes everyone to know that you are awesome. Yes, you.
Well, that's awesome.
And Swerve says y'all are the best.
And I mean, they are really the best coming on here and putting on this show for everybody, right?
Yeah, it's very true.
We just get to watch and do the fun parts. Not that playing isn't fun. Playing's so much fun.
All right, here. Let's see how Swerve handles this rat. Gets a good position there.
Easy. First try. Still has bombs for the back of escape to get the 3 items over here.
Everyone's got to be careful. He's got to do it first try. Otherwise, he's not going to have a bomb for the back of escape.
Oh, and there's that bow.
He's going to want that bomb for that bow.
And gets it first try also. That's very well done.
Very good. They'll both be able to get the items from the back of escape.
And now with the early bow, that might lead you to Eastern Palace a little earlier than otherwise, especially with it being a crystal.
Yeah, though Eastern is not in logic yet because you need the lamp. And even if, I mean, 4-heart Eastern in the dark rooms can be a bit hard. We'll see if either of those runners elect to try it, but I think I would agree with Swerve's move to just go to Kakariko first and get those checks out of the way.
This is a little strange. I guess going up the forest this way, not doing the lumberjack check since no boots. Why even need to see what's up there?
Yeah, I've been seeing more and more runners choose to do that. Just skip the Aghanim check because without boots, yeah, it's kind of pointless to look.
Oh, a bottle. That will certainly help the early Kakariko routing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anytime you can route the sick kid in right away helps out.
Now, Emerald is going to go check through the Aghanim way. I also do like this because he has no bombs, so let's give him a chance to get some bombs from tree poles and crabs.
Yes, indeed. Oh, full magic. That's pretty good. Not quite the bombs we want, though.
Oh, that's a Quake medallion in the Lumberjack.
Well then, that could be interesting.
We don't know if it's needed yet. We won't know until you see Meyer and Turtle Rock. Powder and mushroom back to back.
Some early fetch quests.
And speaking of fetch quests, there's the book.
Well, we went from a bottle to mushroom and powder and then the book. It's just early fetch quests all over this place.
The book also does puts desert in logic. You can go in, but you can't complete it without gloves and a fire source, though. But whenever you get an early book, usually desert's a play.
Do you think we'll get an early check on the pedestal?
We might. It's right there, and you got the book. It might not be a bad idea. Emerald doesn't have bombs, so he doesn't have rupees to buy bombs either. But he's got 2 chances here between the sick kid and the back of tavern.
And can also maybe try the bushes over in the bottom left corner of the city. There's a 50-50 over there.
And he's going to have to go farm bombs. Most likely he's going to be 3 short from buying them. Or he's just going to have to ignore those spots for now.
You see him jump in the well and at least get money. now we'll be able to buy some bombs.
Yeah. There's going to need a little bit more money to be able to afford the bottle vendor.
Now Swerb buying some bombs also. Synced up bomb purchases.
Not a bad idea. Bombs are generally a preferred way, especially if you're going to go... Well, you need... If you're going South Shore, you still need at least 2 more bombs.
And without any arrows, the bombs are your only way to kill the mini Moldorms over there too at the moment.
Does Lumberjack have anything? There's bombs.
Oh, you know. Bombs in Link's house, by the uncle in the library. Oh.
And that's needed.
An early Cane of Samaria.
It doesn't unlock anything right now, but most likely will unlock something later.
And is just a fun item to have, to use.
Yeah. That actually would be another weapon they could use against the mini Moldorms, except Swerb doesn't have any magic.
If only you knew that the Hoarder Crab between the dam and the mini Moldorm Cave has full magics. Maybe he'll even try it.
Well, there is a Hoarder Crab on the way to mini Moldorm, so you can always grab that one.
It looks like we are getting the South Shore check from Swerb here.
Yeah, I mean, they've gotten a lot of little items, but they haven't gotten anything big for progression yet. I think the bow is the biggest thing they've gotten.
Yeah, pretty much. And it doesn't logically unlock Eastern. You still need the lamp.
Well, there's Bombos. Could be useful for Ice Palace. We'll find out later.
And now Emerald is leaving the village. Gonna go down and get their red cane also.
Just a piece of heart in the dam. Swerve decides to not pick it up. Tried to use an arrow, but doesn't have any. We're likely going to see some bomb mini Moldorm strats here.
Hope that one didn't want to cooperate.
They never want to cooperate. He's getting some good bomb tosses now, though he misses that one.
There we go. Oh!
What?
How did that one miss? Alright. Doesn't matter. Got it now.
And he still has a bomb for Ice Rod Cave. And there's some silver arrows to Ver's bow.
That will make the rest of the game just completely trivial. Pack it in now. Bow and silvers, it's over. 13 minutes in.
So he actually elected to skip Ice Rod Cave. Let's see which way he goes from here.
I agree with that play. I hate Ice Rod Cave. It's so far out of the way, and it's always trash.
So he's gonna go pick up bombs. I'm guessing he's gonna head over into Eastern. That's a hammer on the island.
That's amazing. What a start. So Quakin, Lumberjacks, and Hammer on Hyley Island.
Okay, we are getting a really interesting. Yeah, this is a really interesting start. The hammer is definitely required. We don't know about Quake, but we will definitely be getting flippers and a mirror at some point. That means.
Yep. At some point.
The other thing is we don't have any progression showing us whether we have to go to Aga or we're going to get Dark World access before yet.
Well, we know the hammer is gonna unlock Dark World for us.
Well, there's one glove.
Oh,
There's
oh.
2 gloves.
There you go. There's your Dark World lifts. Just need a moon pearl now. What an opening.
Wow. This is just crazy.
And now Swerb heading straight into Eastern Palace.
Yeah, I agree with this move a lot, just because you can full clear it right now if he's willing to do Dark Rooms, which I'm pretty sure Swerb can handle.
Should be able to. At this point, you know, the logic is more like guidelines for some things.
That's very true. Emerald picking up his mini Moldorm swag, including his silver arrows.
He'll be happy to have those.
So Emerald is going to go over to Ice Rod Cave and give us a look at what Swerb passed on.
And, you know, since I called it garbage, it's going to be the Moon Pearl or something vital.
That sounds about right.
Par for the course.
Gotta be careful with these crabs, they do 2 hearts of damage.
Alright, the Ice Rod Cave. What do we have? Oh my.
There
you go.
Be a hook shot.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see when Swerb looks to go back to grab that.
Now Emerald heading over towards hey, there's the Moon Pearl. So
Yeah.
Eastern Palace and Sahasrara's house, the full Dark World package today.
Absolutely. And Swerve's continuing through. Gonna go get this big key, and then most likely we'll head back to Armos.
That would be my thoughts also.
Now he's gotta be careful back here. Usually you like to have like a sword, but without a sword, it's a little harder to navigate. If he had magic, he could use Kana Samaria blocks, but doesn't have magic either.
There's both glove upgrades for Emerald. Swerb making quick work of the first 2 dark rooms.
Swerve's use a damage boost to get through this room. He'll grab his big key.
That's just how it's supposed to look, just like that.
So one more item in here.
Now, without a fire source or a sword, this dark room is a little tough.
Now let's see how Swerve elects to handle it. Well, Emerald is now into Palace of Darkness, going to grab his Moon Pearl as well. And he's going to use arrows to kind of direct him. He's found the Igor.
Got it.
I still got to be careful, because there's that other Igor who likes to... Yeah, I think Swerve got hit once, but he found the stairs pretty quick.
And we're out of the dark. Got more arrows. Easy peasy. Emerald getting to check this chest a little more efficiently with the hook shot.
And also with that hook shot, it's going to make navigating the dark rooms a little easier. Ooh, fairies are in the drop pool. Now, no sword, so he's going to have to bomb these popos.
Bombs and some arrows to finish everything off. And now
And-
into the trivialized Armos fight.
Yep, 6 arrows and they're down.
Usually would take 18, but, you know. Oh, hey, there you go. More arrows for your trouble.
And that is our first crystal at 20 minutes. So that is Dark World access. And that kind of is bad for Swerb because it's going to take him a little longer to get back over and grab that hook shot.
Yeah, that could be troubling him for a while. All really now depends on what's over on the east side of Death Mountain. That's the most immediate thing that the hook shot opens up, assuming we're, you know, breaking Death Mountain with without a lamp.
Yeah, it looks like Swerb is heading straight for the Dark World.
It's where I would be going with everything that he has.
We'll have to see what the alignment of pendants and crystals are. See where he likes to go first. Okay, we've got Pendant Mire and Pendant Thieves Town. Everything else is crystals.
So that means that we might not find a flute.
Yep, we might not. We only need Flute for Mire. That also lessens the likelihood that Quake will be needed.
It does.
As long as there's not something like a required item in Pendant Mire. Because that'll take our runners a long time to figure out.
Emerald also has the key. On one heart, has to be a little careful here.
Think he got through the door?
Oh, no.
Oh no, Emerald didn't get through the door.
I saw the key disappear, but then no. He's going right back in.
No, on Swerve's side, that death was intentional.
One here would not be, though.
Oh, that... yeah.
There we go.
Those enemies, a lot of enemies in this Dark World do 2 hearts of damage in green mail, so you gotta be very careful. And Swerve's gonna check out the front of Skullwoods. Everyone's having a little trouble in the Stalfos room. Hey, there's our flippers.
One half.
Just need a mirror to be able to get them. Now, I think it's also interesting to note that Swerb knows where the hammer is, and Emerald knows where the hook shot is.
And Emerald also knows the Quake being on Lumberjack.
Yeah, so each of these runners has different pieces of knowledge that the other doesn't yet.
Easy second time. Straight through the dark to the back half of Eastern.
I think Swerve's trying to set up a bomb jump. Yeah, he just went outside to set up the entrance as his return point. And he might take a death warp. No, I think he just missed his setup.
Yeah, now has to take the death because the bomb jump won't work on the one heart. Emerald using the pot strats on the popos.
There he goes, got over it. And just a key. So I think that means the other item is locked in the back of Skullwoods.
There's one more item locked in the back of Skullwoods.
Emerald got through his Armos fights nicely and has his first crystal.
Now both players having finished Eastern. Won't have to worry about going back there.
So let's see which way Emerald elects to go.
I would not be surprised if Emerald goes straight to Death Mountain here. With the hook shot and the mitts, there's just so much that you can get.
That's very true. There's our third bottle. And yet, Emerald is heading straight for Death Mountain.
And now Swerb going in. Oh, no, just opening up the East Town. I was going to say, what if, you know, the mirror is inside of the East Town, so you had to go in without the hammer to then get the hammer?
Well, that is a rough scenario. It's because you always like to go into Thieves Town with the hammer. Especially because in so many recent races, I've seen that chest have something. The Swerve's going to ignore the Frogsmith for now. You're going to go straight for the digging game. Oh yeah, he's got to go for the digging game because you can't take the Frogsmith to the digging game.
Yeah, he doesn't like it when you do that. Emerald through the dark mountain, getting a green rupee from the old man for his troubles. And bodied by cabbages, oh man.
And Swerve found a blue rupee at the dig game. Yeah, Emerald's going to check Spectacle Rock first, which is a good way to route this. And now Swerve grabs the Frogsmith.
Going to take him on a little bit of a tour here. The South Dark World.
There's a cape.
And just some more bombs on the inside.
So we don't know if cape's required yet. There's two possibilities. It could technically be required for... Actually, three still, because Aga is still potential, and we do not have a sword yet.
Oh,
it could also be required for Bumper Cave, and could be logically required for a couple different areas that require you to have an invulnerability item. Swerve taking some nice routing there.
Nice synced up bomb explosions.
Emerald gets the red boomerang. And Hive Cave was Junk Cave.
The immediate save and quit. Just some junk up there in Paradox Cave so far also. Well, nope, never mind.
Yep, there's the fire rod.
All the junk comments out the window as soon as the fire rod shows up.
You gotta watch those junk comments. Every time you make one, they find something interesting.
I know, right? It's awful.
Meanwhile, the pointer is, I think, dragging the frogs or the blacksmith back to his house.
There's a technology joke there somewhere.
I think it was just a piece of heart on the floating island.
That's what it looked like to me.
And just 10 arrows from the smiths. Emerald's working through Spiral Cave. He can get the item here, and then he can head straight over to Dark Death Mountain for 6 more items. As well as give us a Turtle Rock check. Which could be very big.
Yes, knowing that Quake is on the Lumberjacks. If Quake is for Turtle Rock, that could be big information. Swerb gonna go check the mushroom here, it looks like.
Yeah, we have not turned in that mushroom. We got that pretty early. Emerald does have to be careful up here. He's down to 1 heart. Emerald trying to get the block clip there, but misses it.
It's a tough clip to get.
I don't think Swerb likes that reward.
I don't think he's happy with that at all.
Alright, what do we got in Super Bunny Cave?
Some money.
And a sword.
There we go. We have the first sword. 30 minutes and 40 seconds. Alright, so we're gonna come check the hobo. Do you think he then goes back to check Ice Rod Cave here, since he can swim to it?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, and it's ether.
Okay, so they're saved from Ganon for now. But there is still a possibility. If Meyer has an item in it, and it's quite required to open, that could really make some difficulties for our runners. And there is ether.
No
Emerald
Aga today.
Emerald could go into Turtle Rock right now if he wanted.
Yeah,
But I don't
just have to come back around with no mirror. Has to do it the. No
true.
hammer, no hammer.
Oh, you're right. Yep, no hammer. Can't go in just yet.
And Swerve is swimming to the Ice Rod Cave. This is good for him.
Yeah, he'll grab his hook shot. Yeah, Aga's most likely dead unless, like I said, unless we have that really random scenario. And if that happens, that's gonna just baffle our runners.
I don't even think it can, because Tower of Hera being required would be required for the mirror to be at the Pyramid Fairy, and so that can't happen because you would need the mirror or the hammer to get to Tower of Hera.
I think we might be talking about different things.
Fair enough. Alright, now Swerve with the flippers gonna go up to the Zora area.
Well, Emerald is about to grab his flippers.
And just some health.
Yep, just health in the waterfall cave. He doesn't have money for Zora, but he can check the ledge.
More juicy information.
Just 10 arrows. That's not as juicy as you're hoping.
No. Definitely not fire rod juicy.
So Swerb gonna also sequence break Death Mountain?
That's what it looks like. Realistically, at this point, the lamp has to be... No, I guess it doesn't have... There's lots of places with where Dark World access came from.
Yeah. It could be... Lamp could be in Thieves' Town. Oh, Emerald makes the bomb jump but takes a death.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Emerald's also going to be able to check the back of Skull Woods here. Don't know if he'll elect to kill Mothula, though. Yeah, Lamp could be in Thieves' Town. Could be in the Purple Chest. Could be in Pod.
Could be.
Mirror and Pod would be a tough situation right now because you'd have to... It would be the required double dip in Pod.
Oh, that would be mean.
Yeah, Swerve's just coming back. Both of our runners are basically just going over areas that the other hasn't checked. Though Emerald's going to check Bumper Cave.
Yeah, just some more money. Whatever. Speaking of money, Emerald having 580 rupees will be able to check Zora next time he gets over that way with the flippers. Make it a little bit more efficient than Swerb had to do.
Yep. He also might elect to wait until he has the mirror to just route that all a little easier.
Certainly possible.
The Swerve's in Paradox Cave is going to grab his red boomerang and his fire rod. Now, is Emerald going to check Thieves Town? He is.
Swerb gonna be sad to see this red boomerang. It was the one item he didn't want to find.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Both of the boomerangs are good.
I think it's just an item that doesn't really progress you anything, so that's a little sad to see. Yeah, Emerald. I'm sorry.
And it lags the game, but sorry, go ahead.
Well, Emerald just took a death in Thieves Town. Yeah, it's kind of tough being in Dark World with only green mail.
Green mail and that's 7 hearts.
Yep, 7 hearts. So far, no dungeon items have come up in Thieves Town yet.
And the small key.
Well, there's our first item. It means 3 items in the back.
So it's a 1 in 4 shot that the big chest has a dungeon item. And another death in Thieves Town for Emerald. But that looked more like a warp to get out.
I'm not going to check the back just yet.
Come back with the hammer, probably. Oh, Swerve with the clutch fairy.
Yeah, that fairy in the prize pool today is going to help the runners out quite a bit. Yeah, both of our runners just going over areas the other has so far.
Yeah, retracing some steps, getting caught up on each other.
Yeah, Swerve's going to get his fighter sword and then his ether medallion.
Where do you think these guys are going to go next after I'm assuming the South Dark World play from Emerald and all of this Dark Death Mountain from Swerb?
Well, the sequence broke Death Mountain. The fire rod is the biggest thing you found out there in terms of progression. The sword technically kind of is too, but not as much. You gotta keep that in mind. I feel like your only real option at this point... Well, I think you got 2 options. We still have that book that we got at the start that neither runner has elected to do anything with yet. And that could lead to something. And then we've also got Pod, which has 5 items, and it is a crystal, so you have to go in there at some point. And you have the bow, so you know you can get in.
And Emerald here didn't get the blacksmith, which leads me to believe that swimming to Pod is a possibility.
Yeah, we'll have to see what he does after Hype Cave. I mean, the chat does point out Ice Palace. You could go there, but I don't think these runners want to go there yet. And actually, Ice Palace would be in logic because Bombos was in the dam.
Yeah, but the sword's not in logic at this point.
Oh, good point. You're right.
Swerb is going to head to the desert.
Yep. Emerald's gonna also see the hammer here, so he's gonna have that information. Yeah. This desert play is interesting because they've had this book since Blindside. So let's see if it yields anything. He's gonna check Agana first, though.
An emerald getting the hobo $50. Has more than enough money for Zora at this point.
Just a piece of heart from Agana.
Oh,
Yeah, I do the same thing, Swerb.
so what do you think's about Agana's piece of heart?
Yeah, Agana showed a little love, and Swerb didn't reciprocate.
Oh, and there's the mirror on the ledge.
So, yep, that book was definitely needed early. That allows him to get to the hammer.
Now he's gonna have to go all the way back to the Kakariko warp to go back to the other side of the map. That's great.
But let's see, Swerb could elect Clear Desert right now, though it's only green pendant.
Possibly. It might be boots locked.
Yep, it's boots locked.
Half magic though, that's a nice find. In terms of safety items, that's one of the nicer ones to have.
Sora gives a shovel.
What is going on?
Yeah, Swerve's gonna grab his mirror. And I gotta imagine he's probably gonna go for that hammer pretty quick.
That would be my thoughts.
And Emerald's gonna cash in that hammer right away.
Alright, so Scamfish gifted us with a shovel. What can we dig up?
That's a heart container.
So delayed scam. He sold you a treasure map that led to nothing. I guess it led to the end of Rat Race.
Yeah. I think Emerald looks like he's heading for desert now. So he's gonna grab his mirror as well. No, Swerb went right into Skull Woods.
Makes sense. Half magic, fire rod, silver arrows to take down Gibdos if need be.
He could complete Skull Woods right now.
And it's right there. I like this play.
Plus, there is one more item in here.
Emerald using his last bomb to get the piece of heart. Won't be able to bomb Sahasrara. Sahasrara's, what, is that his brother? His cousin?
I forget what the logic says that Agana is. Now, if Swerb does find anything on Mothula, as you mentioned before, this would be out of logic.
And no silver arrows needed, just raining fiery death upon Gibdos. Beauty of that half magic.
Emerald's gonna grab his half magic and mirror as well. These two runners are pretty much done the same thing. Swerves might be just a little ahead.
Yeah, lots of following in each other's footsteps. Now Moth takes 8 fire rod shots or all of the hits.
And this is a very nice fight from Swerve. Very nice
Easy.
kill. Just a compass, so you don't have to worry about the logic there. Though, actually, we still have one item in the back here, and that will be out of logic.
And the crystal's kind of out of logic too, but yeah, you know, logic, guidelines, stuff.
Now, here's another question. Swerve's going to be at the pedestal. Does he check it?
Ooh, now this is a much more convenient time than just walking through the forest. And another piece of heart.
Nope, he's not going to check it. And that's actually not maybe the worst idea. I mean, I'm thinking about what could be on pedestal that even possible at this point. All I can
Ice
think
rod.
of... Yeah, Ice Rod I think is the only thing that could be on the pedestal that could really throw these runners in for a loop. Nothing else logically can be there that they would need.
Nope, not that I can see.
I mean, maybe a sword, but we know we have 2 other swords somewhere out there.
Yeah, 1 sword on the pedestal, 2 swords on the tablets. Let's go. The dream. Emerald not going back towards Skullwoods.
So I'm just looking for a little information from the Bumper Cave Ledge. I think he's going to check Graveyard Ledge quick, which is a good idea. We can route it in pretty easily.
I continue on to Catfish and the Pyramid Ledge on the way to get the hammer. Just nice, route it all nice and neat on the way.
Emerald's going to check the blacksmith. Oh, he's got the mirror now, so that's going to make this a little more convenient.
Guess we'll be able to even pick up the purple chest here to take on the tour.
Yep. No hammer, though, yet, so you can't do hammer pegs.
No one's Swerb going back towards Village of Outcasts.
What's on his mind? Maybe purple chest?
Purple chest would be my thought.
I'd say you could also route in the powder check here, but if you do that, you give up your portal.
That's very, very true.
Yeah, with the runners knowing where the hammer is, they're not going to give that portal up right now.
Yeah, it's such an easy way to come back and check it. When you're going to have to come back for the hammer pegs anyway.
Nothing in the cave south of the Haunted Grove.
Oh, Emerald warping right back onto a bush.
Man, both these runners are going to get the purple chest to Gary at about the same time.
And then we're going to get to see the Bombos check. Won't be able to get the item, but we'll likely see what's on the tablet anyway.
Just some rupees.
In case you needed more money. Here you go.
Alright, let's see what's on Bombos. Just a heart piece.
So now both runners are going to probably go straight for the hammer. You think we see Swamp Palace right off the bat here too, right afterwards?
That would be a tough call. You can fully complete it, so it would be a nice call. You got 6 items, but I know a lot of runners don't like to do that.
I hate it. It's my least favorite of all the dungeons. It's so slow. Waiting for water to drain over and over.
I feel like a more likely players, you might see the runner head up to Hera. Just because...
Or Pod.
Pod also, yeah. The Pod would not fully be in logic. But technically, neither would Hera, though. Or is Swerb going to go for ice?
Swerb is going for ice. I like it. It's right there.
Yeah, why not? A lot of runners don't like coming here, so if you find something here, that could be an advantage. Now,
Got the hammer, so you can full clear it now.
I mean, it is still technically out of logic. So you're not going to find the lamp. Well, you're not going to find both the lamp and the flute here. You might find one.
And with Bombos and Half Magic, Cold Steer will be easy because just rain fiery death upon him.
Yeah, I think they picked up a. Did they pick up a blue potion at some point?
I'm not sure if a blue, but I know I've seen a red. And there's the hammer for Emerald, who's going straight back into the Dark World. Seeing more wrapped versions.
I think he might be heading for Pod.
That's what it's definitely looking like.
So yeah, route divergence here. We're going to see which one of these routes pays off better. I mean, in terms of go mode, we technically need the lamp. We need the ice rod. I don't know if we need anything. We need another sword.
Yep,
I think that's
it.
Yeah, 3 items from go mode.
Cursor bomb jump. There he goes. Now Emerald has Kiki opening up Pod.
I was worth mentioning that if our runners feel comfortable enough, they don't need lamp. They have the fire rod.
Yeah, and in Pod, the hardest of the dark rooms is probably the turtle room, which has some torches that you can light with the fire rod.
So far, nothing in either of these, though Emerald's just starting in Pod.
Oh, and Swerb missing the bomb jump, falling down. Gonna have to go around the long way.
So yeah, I mean, logically, if these runners, if you find the ice rod, you could elect to start go moding dungeons. It's a little bit of a risk, but you could do it.
If I found the ice rod, I would be only opening convenient chests. Quote unquote convenient.
Well, Swerve's down to a heart, and he can't take that firebar hit. He does have an opportunity to powder an anti-fairy if he goes up these stairs. Or he's just gonna drink a red potion.
That also works. Emerald checking out the vanilla big key chest here in pod. And it's just a key for a key trade.
Yeah, that chest has a key more often than not.
And a map.
So all of the goodies in pod are locked in the back, in dark rooms.
And another small key for Emerald. Palace of Darkness, more small keys than items.
A red rupee for Swerb. I think that's a second item in here.
I think you're correct.
Emerald
Back
down a
into the
little.
dark for Emerald.
Emerald doesn't elect to light the torch up front. Whatever they got from that chest, we couldn't see it. There's
And a small
though.
key.
We couldn't see the left chest. Nothing popped up.
That means you could be a progressive.
They got a shield.
That's what it was, the shield.
Swerb is going for Cold Stare. I think Cold Stare is an item. Almost gotta be very careful down to 3 hearts.
Oh, and blue mail.
That'll help.
Swerb just going straight for Bombos on the Gold Steer shell.
Oh, that ice knocks him out, but he's got the fire rod, so he can just burn the puffs.
If it's just 4 hits each. Down goes Cold Stare. And the blue boomerang for Emerald on the other side.
Swerb just got a 20 off of Cold Stare, but that is his 3rd crystal.
Yeah, no items of worth in Ice Palace, but the crystal always happy to find.
And if there was a Master Sword in pod,
Well, that's fun to find. Now all we're looking for is an ice rod. We'll know where everything is.
well, technically a lamp too. I think Swerv's gonna make the Hera play now. And he might elect to try the Turtle Rock play too.
Wouldn't be the worst idea chaining them together. I like to make as few trips up the mountain as possible in any given run. Just takes so long to climb up it.
Emerald is going to go for Helmisar King. That definitely means that he feels confident enough with his dark rooms that he doesn't need the lamp. So I think Emerald is definitely an ice rod from Go mode. And there it is!
there is the ice rod.
So that kills Ped completely. That kills Aghanim completely.
No, now we're just looking for another sword for fun.
Well, Emerald can get that. Emerald has the Master Sword.
Yeah, but nobody wants to do Master Sword Ganon. Like, yeah, you
That is-
can, but you don't really want to.
That is true. But yeah, Swerve's gonna go up to the top of Hera. Emerald uses that fire rod so he can see the turtles in this room.
Nicely done there in the turtle room. Just gonna have to worry about 4 more turtles in the next room, the room before Helmasaur. We won't get to see it. There's a bottle for Swerb. That's the first item there in
Yep.
Hera, I think.
Yep, that's the first item.
Not wanting to bomb jump with the cursor. It's a 2-floor fall.
And just a map, so 50-50 chance that Moldrum has the second item.
Our other runner, Emerald, said they did not want to see the Tower of Hera small key, so, you know, maybe it can live up to everybody's expectations.
Well, the thing is, even if Emerald sees that Tower of Hera small key, as long as he goes to the Ether Tablet first, he won't have to go to that basement.
That's very true.
Oh, Swerve takes a fall. Very close to taking a second.
And on the other side, Emerald has taken down Helmasaur King, saving and quitting. So second over there.
So for Emerald, the question at this point is basically, when does he go up to Hera to check that Ether Tablet?
Oh, looks like Swamp next. It's Swerb getting troll-dormed again. Oh, and again.
Man. Trolldorm is not being nice.
Yep, that's exactly what Emerald's doing, going over to Swamp Palace.
So Emerald might find the lamp, might find another sword, but we know they're not going to find Gomo here. Ooh, Sword's got to be careful with that center hole.
Oh no!
You got to be a little tilted at this point after falling. Is that the third or the fourth fall?
I think that's number 4. Alright, 1. Alright,
There you go.
one more. Got it.
Well, Emerald found the heart container in the first chest of Swamp, and Swerve does get the small key, so he's gonna have to go to the basement if he wants to check. Now, if you're Swerve, knowing that the ice rod is on the ether tablet, I don't think Turtle Rock is as good of an option anymore.
No, with that information, now you know the ice rod's not sitting on the laser bridge taunting you, so other places start to look more attractive.
Probably the best thing for him is going to be going to Pod next.
Get Pod, Swamp, then... Like, if he goes to Pod, then I would put him in Go mode for Swamp.
which could definitely save him some big time over Emerald, who's going to most likely full clear swamp.
Gets a nice little break here in the tile room.
Little break. He elected to stop his break halfway through.
Did Emerald just flood the key?
Yeah, he did. He flooded the key. I think he realized it right away too.
Oh no. He's got to go out and totally reset the dungeon.
Alright, where's Swerb probably gonna go check the spike cave right now.
Yep, with that cape unlocks the spike cave.
Now, at least another change in the version 29 logic. He won't have to. Emerald will not have to refill the first room, but he will. But the other room will reset.
Noted. 3 bombs in the spike cave.
So Swerve's best move, though he doesn't know it yet, is going to be to go to pod. Let's see what he elects to do. I think he's going swamp.
Yep, that's what it's looking like. Dueling swamp plays.
Now this might not be bad for him if another sword's in here.
And he's gonna have to do pod anyway. Oh?
Nope, I'm wrong. He is. I think he's gonna go to. Where's he going? Oh,
he's
gonna
going to the Pyramid Fairy, and then go to pod, probably. Alright, Emerald back into the swamp. Getting caught up. Getting the key. Is rescued now. No more worries about flooding it.
So let's see if this pays off for Swerb. There's his sword.
Well, ooh.
So Swerb is essentially in go mode.
Do you think he even goes back to check what's inside?
Looks like he's going to, since he's already here. I mean, unless he really wants that lamp. Yes, he's technically not in go mode.
Oh, hey.
There's boots. You'll take that.
Oh. Anybody would take those.
So, Swerve's in go mode, assuming he's comfortable with his dark rooms.
Which, yeah, because at this point, like, even the Tower of Hera is out of logic, because we still have no lamp for Death Mountain access. Logically.
And that also, finding those boots does eliminate one nagging possibility of Ganon's tower.
Yeah, it does. That's very true.
Yeah.
You never want to be going in there and hoping.
So we're gonna know what Swerb is thinking right now based on how he plays pod. Once he finds that big key, let's see what he does.
Oh, and there's the flute for Emerald.
That might be bad. Just because that might take you a way you don't want to go.
That puts
But that does put Death Mountain in logic.
Death Mountain back in logic. So the sequence is mostly unbroken. Now it's just where is that lamp? Which means the lamp's in Turtle Rock now. That's all that means.
Lamp could be in Turtle Rock now since we have the flute. Yeah, I think it's fair to say Swerv's not in go mode, but he is in no mode, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, he still needs the ice rod, but he knows where it is. Trading small key for small key.
Yeah, beyond doesn't really look like Swamp is paying off beyond that flute, which logically you did need.
And it will help getting around a little easier.
Yeah, I mean, between the boots and flute, I'd rather have the boots, but the flute is nice for some easier travel.
I 100% agree. Now Emerald into the Argus fight. Gonna take 2 slashes with the Master Sword on each one of the puffs. Well, Sword missing that bonk back. Emerald making nice work of Argus. Got to be careful with only 2 hearts.
Oh, that's not fun. One nice arrow to Argus and he's down. So Emerald's got his 3rd crystal.
And so now, between the players, that's all the crystals except Turtle Rock. We've seen every dungeon except for T-Rock, at least crystal-wise. And is Emerald coming straight for an Ice Palace play?
Swerb gets his fire shield.
Make nice use of that powder. Get himself a health refill.
So he's gonna grab the big key. Let's see what he does right after this.
Yep.
Yep, he knows he's in go mode. So he will miss out on that tempered sword, but he likely does not need that, even with, especially with silver arrows.
Master Sword Ganon kind of sucks, but is doable. With silvers, it's much, much more doable. Master Sword Silverless Ganon is just an exercise in torture. And patience.
So for Emerald, the question at this point is, when does he go up to Death Mountain and check that ether tablet?
I think we'll probably see the Skullwoods play first. Then try and route Hera and T-Rock together after that. Would be my guess.
That would be a good play. I think Swerve's looking for that torch. He's having a bit of trouble in this turtle room.
Turtle room, as long as you can get through it, is all that really matters.
I think he still has a potion if he needs it.
There you go. And Emerald's going to check the hookshot side of Ice Palace first. And swerve into the Helmosaur fight.
Using the sword buffer very nicely. 17 hits.
Gets the nice despawn on the fireball. One silver arrow. Down goes the Helmosaur King.
So that's Swerve's 5th crystal, and he can go. He's likely going to go Swamp House next and go mode that.
Won't even have to worry about flooding the key. We won't even see that room. Thought about mirroring, but no need. Without having beaten Ganon, he'll start back at the house.
So Emerald's working through Ice Palace. No, he's not going to find anything in here. Ice Palace is completely empty.
Just a bunch of garbage. And Swerve is still on, what, 10 hearts with green mail?
Yeah, he has not gotten a mail upgrade since both the
He
mail
skipped
upgrade
one and
and both the mail upgrade and the tempered sword for him would have been in pod.
Skipping the dark maze because go mode. Might be a little more treacherous at the Turtle Rock and G Tower climb.
Yeah, I do know Swerb is an NMG runner, so he's used to green mail and 13 hearts.
10 hearts isn't that much different from 13, realistically.
Now, I'm curious to see if he checks extra chests in here to see if he can find a tempered sword.
I bet we'll see one check of the waterfall chest. That would be my thoughts. If I was coming in here like this, I would check that chest looking for a tempered sword.
Yeah, there's no doubt he's gonna skip left side. He's most likely gonna skip those chests south of the roomy drains.
Yep, he's not going to find the flute right here. No need for it.
Heading straight to the back. And meanwhile, Emerald's gonna drop in on his cold stare fight.
Also with Bombos and the fire rod. Should be a fairly easy fight.
Emerald doesn't elect to spin to try to get a couple extra slashes on. I'm just gonna go straight for Fire Rod.
Yep, just getting the 100 rupees there in the waterfall chest.
Emerald's got to be careful.
Oh, getting some nice double hits there. And that's Cold Stare defeated.
That'll be Emerald's 4th crystal.
Now Swerb also into the fight.
Let's see what Emerald elects to do. Skull Woods probably does make a good amount of sense. It looks like that based on where he came in, I bet he's going to go to Skull Woods. No, actually, he never activated his flute.
Yeah, flute activation to then go to Skullwoods. That seems like a good little combo. Swerb getting him right in the pupil.
Yep. That's his 6th crystal.
So now Swerve will be heading up to Death Mountain to get the Ice Rod on the Ether Tablet, and then head straight over to Turtle Rock.
Yep, not even go for potions or anything. He's just going straight for Turtle Rock. And yeah, it looks like Emerald's going to go finish up Skull Woods.
Yep, go ahead and knock it out. Collect one more crystal. And here it comes. Swerve now is officially in go mode with that Ice Rod pickup. With just, one more dark room to do. But it's a pretty easy dark room if you know how to hold the buttons in the right order.
Yeah, once you know the path to take, it's a very easy dark room to get through. Unfortunately, Swerve dead rocks himself.
Alright, now Emerald going back into the back of Skullwoods.
Alright, so all Swerve needs to do is find the big key, and then he can head straight for Trinix.
With any luck, get to skip Laser Bridge completely.
Emerald's dropping into his Mothula fight.
I think that's 4. So hard to tell with Mothula because of the spikes.
Yeah, it's very hard to tell which hits count, which hits don't.
Well, that's enough to count. Down goes the moth.
So Emerald would like to head back in to get the other item. And he might elect to try Pedestal, just to be sure.
It's a definite possibility. 125 in.
Or
We're
he's
going to
not
see
even-
Pedestal first. And there's the big key for Swerb.
Just a heart piece on the pedestal. I think the only thing that could have been really interesting there is if it had been a sword upgrade.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
So everyone knows he.
Oh no!
Oh,
Swerb.
Swerb.
Oh, he has a fairy. That's good.
Yeah, saves him there. Though it's probably a fairy he wanted to save for Ganon.
Those chain chops just hit like trucks. Going back to that 10 heart screen mail discussion.
Yeah, that's what gets Swerve as he goes up here. Is the only green mail? He's got to be very careful in these last few dungeons. Now, where is Emerald heading? Oh, Peg Cave. Or Peg Game and Powder. And unfortunately, getting the portal in the right spot there is a bit tough.
Just a little. Now, so we're stealing that key from the other side. We'll now only need one more.
Interesting, Swerve's going this way.
To check the big chest to make sure if there's a small key there, then that fully skips Laser Bridge.
That's true. There's the lamp.
Well,
Well,
there you go. There's everything. All the sequences are unbroken. The story is told.
I guess that officially means he is fully in go mode now.
Yep, completely. Logically and everything now.
He's not going to avoid Laser's Bridge, though.
So the logic wanted you to come up here and then go back to pod and do all that. Like, no thank you.
And unfortunately, Emerald is heading to Meyer.
Oh no.
Let's hope it's quick so he doesn't want to go in. It is quick.
It is quick. That's great.
So there's no chance he's going in Meyer.
Oh, and there's the riot shield.
Last key on the bridge for Swerb. Last chest on the bridge for the key. So yeah, that's a big relief for Emerald, even though he doesn't know it, because that'll keep him away from Meyer completely.
Yes. It's always a relief to see. Another broken heart there.
So now we get Swerve doing hammer strats on Trinex. This might be a pyramid catfish check for Emerald.
That's what it looks like.
Emerald hasn't done Hera, so he can't do Pyramid Fairy.
But we'll be able to get that tempered sword.
Swerve's got phase 1 of Trinex down. Now just a couple hammer hits and he's through Trinex.
Nice double spin there. Couple of more hammer hits. Trinex is down. And with that, that is all 7 crystals for Swerb. And with all 7 crystals, he'll be on his way to Ganon's Tower, which means only one thing. And we have a game that we like to play, where we guess where the big key is in Ganon's Tower. So everybody, get your guesses in. Figure out where you think the big key is going to be. Where do you think it's going to be tonight, JP?
I usually guess chest 15.
I usually guess the Bob's chest right there before that. So, all right, let's see. Let's see if anybody can be lucky and guess tonight.
Now we started with a map on location 1. He likes to skip the right side completely to start.
Oh, so we might be seeing Dark Magician strats here from Swerb.
And it's number 2.
And then gets the small key also. Gonna keep looking for maybe a tempered sword.
And Swerb's on his way through the gauntlet. I missed what Emerald got off of the catfish.
Yeah, I didn't see either.
Sounds like it was just a 20 from catfish.
Ah, well. Given some money back that the Zora takes away. With any luck here now, Emerald will be getting the ice rod at the ether tablet.
Hopefully Emerald checks the tablet before going into Hera.
Well, Swerb taking a little damage there in the first gauntlet room.
Yeah, Swerb does have to be careful. He got an extra heart, but he's still only on green mail. And Emerald is about to enter go mode.
And there it is. Ice rod.
No time to rage, no time for anything except go mode.
Swerb into Landmo 2. Nice one cycle.
Yep, Emerald is going straight up the tower. He knows he's in go mode. Not going to check anything else.
And with Tempered Sword, definitely doesn't need to even open anything else.
Unfortunately, at this point for Emerald, he's 2 dungeons behind Swerb.
Swerb going into my least favorite room of Ganon's Tower altogether.
Got through that one pretty well. Goes straight upstairs since he has half magic.
Manages to not despawn the tower. That's the most important part about getting through those rooms.
Only 2 more chests for Swerb to get a sword upgrade.
He's still hoping.
Emerald's on his Moldorm fight. Oh, Emerald takes a fall.
Moldorm
Swerb
just
gets-
knocking everybody down today.
Yeah.
Oh,
And Swerb gets Moldormed again.
why do I open my mouth?
Moldorm is just extra feisty today. Emerald's got Moldorm down.
And Swerb gets it also.
1 more chest for Swerb. Well, that's a little extra life for Ganon, so that helps.
That will help make the Master Sword fight a little bit more bearable. But, you know, he also has half magic in the cape and a green potion, so that those things will also all probably come into effect.
Swerve's going into his Ganon fight.
And Emerald is heading over towards Turtle Rock. Now that's a double. Finishes off Aga 2 for Swerb.
So Swerve is going to be going into Ganon with 7 hearts and green mail. I think he still might have a blue potion on him.
Just like the practice ROM, except for the sword.
He does have cape, so that'll help as well.
And Emerald is going into Turtle Rock while Swerve is falling into the Ganon fight. It's going to take 12 spins in the first 2 phases, each of the first 2 phases.
Just got to be patient, though. He might be feeling pressure if he doesn't, because he doesn't know where his opponent is.
Nice spot to get some double hits in.
Another nice spot, too.
Into phase 2, got a nice spot.
Emerald working through Turtle Rock. I believe he's already picked up the big key.
Yes, he did get the big key. I believe that's 12.
Got to be a little careful. He's down to 5 hearts. Make it 3.
Gonna go ahead and use that blue potion. And that's phase 3 finished. The silvers just needs 3 more arrows.
Just 2 more. Playing it safe.
That's the best way to do it, the Master Sword. And there it is. Ganon is down. Fanfare is up. And there are the stairs. Swerb has finished with a 140. Even. An emerald is going through, and we'll see that the key turns into a key.
We'll see if we can get Swerb in here for an interview shortly.
Yes, indeed. Emerald taking out the pokies, meanwhile. We'll be coming around to get the lamp here very, very shortly. And there it is.
So, it doesn't say anything about the logic in these situations that the game wanted you to come up here to Death Mountain after getting the flute and swamp to get the lamp in Turtle Rock to go back down and be able to finish Eastern Pod and then come back up here to finish Turtle Rock.
Yep, don't forget Skullwoods, because you need the flute to get to Skullwoods.
Yeah, because Fire Rod was in
Paradox.
Paradox Cave, yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, this logic would have been really convoluted, but because of sequence breaks, our runners were able to actually make it a lot more straightforward.
So remember, if you're out there watching this, learn your dark rooms. They help a lot. All right, now Emerald about to get his key off the laser bridge to go take out Trinex. And now Emerald's going downstairs, heading straight for the Trinex fight. Will be a little bit easier with the Tempered Sword.
We will be getting Swerb in here in just a minute to do an interview.
Oh, and a map. And with the Tempered Sword, it's only 5 slashes to each of the heads. Little simpler of a fight. Oh no. Emerald getting eaten, but has that fairy.
And Emerald has Trinex down. Meanwhile, we are now joined in chat here with Swerb. GG, Swerb.
Hey, thanks.
So, how was that for you?
That was interesting. I enjoyed that seed. I was a little worried. There's like several things I was a little concerned about. I felt like I had an inkling that there was something at desert, but finding Mitts and Moon Pearl over in the eastern area. I was just like, I gotta go to Dark World first. So I thought I got to the mirror a little late, so I was a little worried about that. Then obviously,
Hey, thanks.
ice didn't go as well as it could have. I missed that bomb jump. That was just me being bad. And then the Moldarm fights were, that was interesting. I enjoyed that seed. Ugly. So I had no idea. Like I felt like I was a little worried. There's because I think like several things kind of lucked out on a few things. I felt like having the book. I had an inkling that there was something at Desert. But finding Mitts and Moon Pearl over in the eastern area, I was just like, I gotta go to Dark World first. So I thought I got to the mirror a little late. I was a little worried about that. Then obviously, ice didn't go as well as it could have. I missed that bomb jump. That was just maybe bad. And then the Moldarm fights were ugly. So I had no idea. Like I felt like I was ahead. Because I think kind of lucked out on a few things. Having the book to be able to check that tablet. For okay, sorry. I think that echoes me. It should be fixed.
Oh, all right then.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I was a little worried about the way like ice went and Moldarm and stuff, and then kind of lucked out with the sword boots combo on the pyramid there with the pyramid fairy.
Yeah, that kind of paid out.
Yeah, that worked out really well, but I was also a little bit worried because I was strongly considering going to Hera before even going to Ice Palace. That way I could route to that Pyramid Fairy and then swoop down to Ice Palace and then over to Pod. And so like the fact that I was considering that meant like I was like, oh man, like what if my opponent decided to do that and was able to go mode Ice Palace? That'd be like a huge time save. But yeah, I think things worked out pretty well.
Yes, your opponent is just now going up into the gauntlet. He full cleared swamp and ice, both, and unfortunately flooded the key in swamp.
Which was yeah. Being able to go mode swamp saves so much time. Did he? What was his go mode item? The ice rod as well.
It was.
Yeah, the ice rod was his go mode as well. Yeah, he also, because he was able to full clear Pod, did find blue mail and a tempered sword.
Yeah, I can see that. That's nice. Yeah,
Yes.
Master Sword, green mail is a little sketch, but I did have like the cape. I picked that up, and then had like the blue potion from the fairy, or the blue potion from the pickup, and then the green potion from the fairy. So I wasn't super worried. It's
No,
just a
that
bit
definitely
slower.
helped.
Yeah, this was an interesting race to watch because you both are picking up different pieces of information. Like Emerald did check Lumberjack, and the Quake medallion was in there. Then you found the hammer first. Emerald found the hook shot first. And then you found the ice rod first. So the ice rod ended up being the big piece of information that allowed you to route this seed a lot better.
Yeah, it was nice finding that, like the information of the book. So that's why you always gotta check those. It was just unfortunate that, like, I mean, luckily I found a sword like the next place I went, but it was like still gonna be like, well, I can't really go mode anything until I find a sword.
Yeah, we don't even know where the fourth sword is at this point.
Oh, yeah, who knows?
It's either Thieves Town or Mire, most likely. Because we never saw the back of Thieves Town, and neither of you went into Mire since Quake was locked behind Aghanim.
Oh yeah, where did he pick up the flute?
The flute was in the south chest of swamp.
Oh.
That is the thing that unbreaks all the sequences.
I see. Yeah, that I was curious about that because obviously flute was intended to be your Death Mountain access with Lamp and Turtle Rock.
Yeah, we were talking about if you did the intended logic that the seed wanted you to do, this would have been a lot longer of a seed.
Oh, that would have been awful. It's like a 2-hour plus seed at that point. Oh man, there's something else I wanted to mention, but I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, the hook shot in Ice Cave.
Yeah,
That was almost really bad.
could have been. I was talking about how I hate checking Ice Rod Cave because it's so out of the way and it's usually garbage. Then Emerald goes up there and yeah, hey, there's the hook shot. Like, oh, I'll just stop talking now.
I think you actually predicted the Moon Pearl would be in there, and then I think Swerb found it right after Emerald found the hook shot.
How about those gloves?
That was so weird. Both gloves.
We were speculating, you know, how to get into Dark World, and then oh yeah, no, there you go. There's your entrance to Dark World. Now I just need the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, luckily it was in Eastern.
Yeah, that side of the world had your full Dark World care package. Oh, a nice double there from Emerald to start the Aga 2 fight. I think that's another double. And down goes Aga 2.
Yeah,
So go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say the Aga 2 RNG is a little bit generous, which is good because I've been struggling to do it in less than like 5 cycles lately.
So this will put you at 2-0. How do you feel going into next week?
That's a great question. I'm happy to start off the tournament on the right foot and get the 2 wins. But obviously, each win you get just means you're more likely to face a tougher opponent. I'm still going to be fairly confident, but there's obviously going to be a lot of good people that are going to be 2-0, so there's a very good chance it'll be a tough race.
So even though it's 128 people, potentially a 2-0, is there any person you're potentially wanting to avoid?
I mean, I would say Andy's probably a big one. Willard, dude, please. Actually, no, I'm a little bit afraid of Willard, but I'll beat you, Willard. So be careful what you ask for. I don't know. It's like at this point, I've done enough rando. Like I've been, playing this for over a year now, and I'm like raced a lot of the people in the tournament, a lot of people that are me too now, and I've generally at least pulled out a win on everyone at this point. So there are some people like the Andys and Willard, like that are gonna be tougher races, and it'd be probably better not to race them, but there is at least that knowledge that I can potentially win against anybody.
And Emerald took a fall to Ganon. Gonna have to come up and do the fight again.
Yeah, it didn't. Oh, he doesn't have boost, so he can't bonk the tree for the fairy.
Yeah, the boots were a nice little boon. I was like half thinking about just bailing after the sword, but I was like, nah, I brought this bomb all the way here. Like, I might as well check these 2 like locations. Could be another sword or something there, and then there's the boots, and I was like, oh heck yeah.
I asked the question, are you even going to go back and check it? And then, yep, of course she did.
Yeah, we figured once you had the Master Sword, the only thing you were going to look for is potentially a Tempered Sword.
And back into phase 3 of the Ganon fight for Emerald now.
So, quick question too. Was there any specific reason you used the mouse pointer sprite for today?
Just to be silly, I guess. I don't know. I really like the shoutouts to whoever made that sprite, because it's just like it's so silly that I can't help but like it. And there's just like a decent amount of cute little details into it, like the blue screen of death being like the dead sprite, and the big hand when you like get a pendant or crystal. I just think it's a funny sprite. Like I think it makes me a little bit worse just because like it's so like different compared to like a normal like Link size sprite, Link shaped sprite. But you just gotta have fun, you know.
For sure. And with that, Emerald has defeated Ganon, and we'll finish with a 156, 48, 49, something like that. Looked like. GG to Emerald.
We're going to see if we can get Emeralds into the chat as well. And that collection rate for you, for your screen, Swerb, 137 out of 216.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's lower than I've seen in a while, I think. Yeah, Go-moding Swamp helps a lot with that, along with the early Ganon Tower big key.
Yeah, you got it in chest 2. You did check the upper 4 chests just to see if you could find another sword.
Yeah, when you're sitting at Master Sword, it's definitely worth checking a couple of things along the way. So I'm not going to pass up like those 3 extra chests and then the 4 on the Ascent.
Hey guys.
Hey, GG.
Yeah,
So,
good
GG.
game. It was a fun race, but my first actual race against someone, my opponent last round didn't show up.
Ah. Well,
I mean, that was a good performance overall. Sub 2 there, and I mean, overall, I thought you did pretty well.
Yeah, it was fine. I did a couple of stupid mistakes. I had some issues with bombs at the start of the run, but it went well after all.
Oh yeah, that started the run. You guys got 16 bombs. I could only use 10.
Yeah, but, then I missed a couple of bombs for like a carry coke, and I missed one for the eye cave and stuff. I was like, come on, please.
Yeah, the bomb start is interesting, so I was glad we got that. And yeah, that was actually one of the highlights of the seed, was just like, first chest, bombs, uncle, bombs, chest after uncle, bombs. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna blow a bunch of things up.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about how your routing went in that one?
It was actually pretty fine, I think. My execution was lacking more than the routing, I think. I was IP, I didn't go too early to that mountain. I didn't get the ice rod for the go mode, but otherwise it was fine, I think. Didn't get to go into Thief's Town or Mire or anything.
it's always nice to avoid having to do pendant dungeons.
Yeah, I was really hoping the ice rod wouldn't be in Mr. Mire because I would have been doing Aghanim and stuff, and It would be pretty annoying.
Yeah, your opponent didn't even check the lumberjack cave, so you were the only one that knew that Quake was there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I was really hoping, it's like, please, let's not be that required, please.
Yeah, I've been skipping the lumberjack cave at the start generally. It's a little bit risky just because if there is something in there that like you know you're gonna have to grab or potentially grab, it makes that decision to go to Ega sooner easier to make if it comes down to that choice.
Yeah.
But generally, I've been waiting until boots.
Alright. Did you ever find the boots? I never got them.
Yeah, they were at the Pyramid Ferry.
Oh, okay, I never went there, so...
Yeah, I went to Ice, and then I went to Hera afterwards. And I only had the fighter sword at that point, but I had the book, and I saw that the ice rod was in the ether tablet. And after doing Hera, I had the 2 crystals, and I was like, well, let's go over to the pyramid. We'll check the ferry, we'll check the pyramid item, and then go into pod. Like, I just need to find a sword, because like I knew I just needed a sword, and then I could get the ice rod, and I was in go mode. And I found the sword on the pyramid, and I was like, well, let's pop into the ferry real quick, and she had the boots.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
But yeah, like, it seems like you put up a very good time if this is like your first like actual race against someone.
Well, I'm playing a lot more co-op stuff with my friend and stuff, but I'm actually playing like almost a seed a day or something. One of the issue I have is once I like solve the seed, I often don't finish it, so I don't often get to Ganon and stuff. Also playing open mode, so starting with bombs was kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's definitely good to practice some of those later seed fights, especially Ganon. Is I mean, you got Temper Sword Silvers for this one, so it wasn't so bad, but Silverless can definitely be a bit more tricky.
Yeah, I was really happy to get the silvers early. I'm like, okay, that's one way out. It's be much easier that way.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I kind of like try to stress the importance of doing Ganon's Tower and knowing how to Ganon and knowing how to do those well in Randomizer. Just feels like that's one of the few guarantees of like you're gonna have to do this every seed.
Yeah, I know. But just it's more fun to do another seed, you know.
Oh, I agree, because like that's like 75% of fun is solving the puzzle.
Yeah. Well, at least I went under 2 even if I fell at Ganon fight, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. Do you guys have any other thoughts on the seed?
Nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, good game, Emerald. Good race. Best of luck
Yeah,
to you in the next
Good game
round.
to you, Simon. Thanks for the commentators and the tracker for your work. It's pretty appreciated.
Hey, it's
Yeah,
my
thank you,
pleasure.
guys.
You guys do the hard stuff out there racing. I just
Yeah.
watch it and talk about it.
Well, we do the fun stuff. You do the actual work, so you know.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. Yeah, have a good night.
Yep, you
Thank
too.
everybody.
See you guys.
All right. Well, with that, that's just about, I think, is going to wrap us up here tonight. Thank you again so much to Itsu Demo, who was tracking for us tonight. Thanks to both of the runners for putting on a great show. Thanks a lot to you, JP, for commentating with me.
Yep.
If you want to see more Randomizer, be sure to follow Speed Gaming 1 through 6 and ALTTP Randomizer 1 through 4. Got Randomizer going on all the time for the next, I don't know, until July probably. So you can always get your fill.
Yeah, I think at least until July. We still do have a few more races going on tonight. Actually, I think starting up in 14 minutes. over on Speed Gaming 3, we're going to have Unknown Availability and Zunker to the Rescue. We also might, I think we still have Mr. Johnny Spot and CDV going on over on Speed Gaming. And then we're starting back up tomorrow at... Looks like our first match tomorrow for the tournament is 2 p.m. Eastern. And of course, there's plenty of other exciting tournaments going on the Speed Gaming networks. Tomorrow we got Dark Souls, some Diddy Kong Racing, Shantae, Kirby, Nightmare in Dreamland, and plenty of other tournaments going on right now.
Lots of fun games. Well, I think that just wraps us up. Everybody, thanks for watching. Y'all, thanks for racing. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night, everybody, and enjoy some more Rando.